Hey guys, I'm Johnny with Johnny Brandon Film Work. I hope you've had a great week. My last 2 weeks have been kind of crazy. I was fortunate to get a haircut, so I haven't shaved yet. I'm getting ready to tell you why it's been a crazy last 2 weeks. In case you've missed the latest post on the Hollywood Reporter website, John Malkovich, Thomas Mann, and Rosa Salazar are currently filming a dark comedy / sci-fi fantasy called The Chariot. It's a reincarnation tale that also stars Shane West, Scout Taylor Compton, and Joseph Diana Schwarzenegger. I hope I said that right. If you look a little closer at the article, you'll see that this is currently being filmed in Little Rock, Arkansas. And now that the Hollywood Reporter has shared this information, I can share that I am currently working on it. I can't say much about it right now, but hopefully once this film wraps, then I will be able to share with you my own personal experiences on this film. Now, back to the arts. So over the years, I've often had people ask how they could get involved in our local film scene here in Arkansas. And I thought I would share on how I went from stage work to becoming a film actor with over 60 principal credits under my belt. Let's start at the very beginning. So back in 2010, a good friend of mine invited me to become a part of the 48-hour film project. And at that time, I had no idea what that was. The 48-hour film project is an international film competition in which a team leader assembles a team. Think actors, think writers, producers, someone to score your film, someone to edit your film, someone to shoot your film. And then all the team leaders meet up at a designated location in which they will draw a genre, like comedy or horror or action. Once you draw that genre, then you are given an element that every person or every filmmaker must incorporate into their own film. So they will give you a character with an occupation, a line of dialogue, and a prop in which everybody has to put in their film. Once you have all your elements, then you go out and you make your film in 48 hours. Generally, you start on Friday night at 7 p.m. and you have until 7 p.m. on Sunday to turn in your film. Now, if you turn in your film late, you're not eligible for awards, but they will still show your film. And I will dedicate a future episode in which I will discuss everything there is about the 48-hour film project and my own personal experiences with it. And after we filmed, I was blown away. I couldn't believe that a little point-and-shoot camera, which was a DSLR, could actually make a movie. And needless to say, I wanted to do more. Like, I wanted to shoot next weekend and the weekend after. Not thinking about everything that goes into a film, I just wanted to make movies. So I'm going to share with you my step-by-step process on how I got my name out here in Arkansas. So if you're an aspiring actor, this should help you get to where you want to go. The first thing that I did once I found out that we could make movies here in Arkansas was to get very familiar with our film scene. So I got on Google and I Googled films made in Arkansas, short films, feature films, any film that was made here in Arkansas, I had to watch it. And that took me to YouTube and Vimeo. And from there, I just started watching the films. I started looking at names. I started looking at credits. Like anything and everything that I can find out about who was making films here in Arkansas, because I wanted to get to know who they were. I wanted them to know who I was as an actor. I got on Facebook. I started sending friend requests. Now, I never sent any unsolicited messages. As I was watching all these films, I noticed there was a difference in production quality. So I tended to lean towards more films that were more cinematic in production. Something that looked more professional and not so much as amateur. And networking is key in this business. And to get yourself educated on the whole process, that's really important. But to be honest with you, it's not what you know, but it's who you know. The second thing I did was find a networking hub in my state. So not too long after I got involved in our film scene, a Facebook group was created called Real Arkansas. That is a Facebook group in which filmmakers, actors, writers, composers, cinematographers, and people could say, look, I'm an actor and this is my demo reel and check it out. Being in Arkansas, it wasn't just Arkansans as part of this group. There were people from outside our state like in Missouri, Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma, people who are putting casting calls out in other states so the actors in our state could actually audition for those films outside our state. Chances are, whatever state you live in, you have a networking hub. And it's a great way to get to know other filmmakers and actors and performers in your own states. I think one of the most important things that you can do as an actor is to support your local film festival. Now, many states have many film festivals. Arkansas has plenty. When I first started this, we had the Little Rock Film Festival, and the Little Rock Film Festival was one of the premier film festivals of the South. In 2011, my second short film made it into the Little Rock Film Festival, and that was my first year with a Filmmaker Pass. That Filmmaker Pass got me everywhere. So I'll go to the Filmmaker Lounge and I would be able to talk with people who had films from Sundance or Tribeca or South by. And that was so key to get to know these other filmmakers and see what they're doing. And they would come to our viewings for our Arkansas shorts. And these filmmakers would friend us on Facebook. Like I said, Arkansas right now has several film festivals. We got the Bentonville Film Festival, but we have the Fayetteville Film Festival, the El Dorado Film Festival, the Made in Arkansas Film Festival, which I'm a co-director of. Arkansas Cinema Society has Filmland, and let's not forget the Hot Springs Documentary Film Festival, which is one of the largest film festivals in the world. Another great way to network, build your resume, and get footage for your reel is to look into your local colleges and see if they have a film program. When I first started, I did several student films, and it was amazing. And the quality of the films that I worked on were incredible. Several of those films screened at festivals all across the country. The University of Central Arkansas has one of the most prolific film programs in the South. And in Northwest Arkansas, John Brown University has a very strong film program as well, as does the University of Arkansas Little Rock. So just do a quick search of the local colleges, see if it has a film program, and keep your eye open for auditions. It's a great way to get started, and it's an excellent way to get footage for a reel or for a clip. And here's a short example of a student film that I worked on. I said I was sorry.
You're sorry?
Yes. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have shut you down.
Boy, what'd you say?
I said she's not getting in your car.
Ashley, get in the car now. Boy, you keep this up and I'll crack your head on this curb.
I'm down at that courthouse about every damn day, and it was his fault. Can't keep quiet to save his life. Or his mama's.
You crashed the car. Maybe if you'd have been sober, you'd have remembered that.
An excellent way to get more familiar with a film set is to do background work. I went to Louisiana and I did several films. Texas Chainsaw 3D, which was my first one. Straight A's with Luke Wilson. Olympus Has Fallen. Escape Plan with Schwarzenegger and Stallone, and The Iceman with Winona Ryder. I drove down to Louisiana and I was on those film sets for several hours. When I worked on Escape Plan, I was there for several days. Not only did I have the experience of being on a Hollywood produced set, I also made several friends that were working on these films, and it was a great networking opportunity for myself. Let's just be real here. When you're doing background work, you're not a principal actor, but you should not add this type of work to your IMDb. It doesn't look good. Casting directors frown upon it. Although he didn't call me out on it, I had Escape Plan on my IMDb, and I did a workshop with Ryan Glorioso, who's one of the premier casting directors in the South. He asked me, "Oh, you're in Escape Plan?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I wasn't thinking that he actually cast it. He did not cast me. The local background casting were the ones who booked me for it. I didn't audition for a role. It wasn't a principal role. I had no lines. I was basically part of the set. Anybody could have done it. And there were over 200 people there that just happened to do it. So you want to be very careful, and I'm strongly encouraging you to, if you have your background work on your IMDb, remove it. And if you're going to do background work, don't do it for free. Get paid. So these are the steps that I followed to get me to where I am now. And I'm not even near close to where I want to be. As an actor, I know that there's so much more that I need to learn. I know there's so much more that I want to learn. And it's not an easy process. And I'm just gonna say right now, if you don't have any acting experience, it's gonna be so much harder for you. Whatever city you're in, if there's an acting workshop or a class, take it, because that will really help you understand on if you do get cast in a principal role and the director is directing you, you'll know what you're doing. And also get involved with theater. Acting is acting. If you love it, you're doing it for the love of the art. You're not doing it to get famous. If you're doing this to get famous, then stop watching right now and go about your business, because it's very hard, and you have to have a love for it. And I love this. This is like my favorite thing. So a recap, get your name out there, network like heck or hell, support your film festivals, go to your film festivals, watch movies, see what other actors are doing locally, see what filmmakers are doing locally, support them, support the festival. That's where you're really going to find out who's doing what, the quality of work that they're making, and whether you feel like you can do this or not. So remember, no one is going to know who you are unless you let people know who you are. That wraps up this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't. I start back on the Chariot tomorrow. It's going to be another crazy week. Like I said, I've got 2 more weeks of this, and then I will be moving this from Sundays to Fridays, and then once things really start rolling, I will start posting 2 videos a week. So hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, this is my own personal experiences I'm sharing. I'm not saying this is the right way or the wrong way, but it's something that's worked for me, and I hope that whatever I can give you will help you follow your dreams of becoming an actor and a filmmaker. So until next week, we'll see you then.